As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
The Pacific Experience Podcast.
Hello, everyone! It is September 2019. It is so good to be back on the microphones, back and ready to attack. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Pacific Experience Podcast, also known as the Pack X Podcast, where we are with you and you're with us. I am your host, Lloyd, and with me, he is back.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Good. You want to say your fucking name?
Jayk Dodds.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
All right. Last episode was the one with Jayk. It was probably darn near 2 months ago. Took some time off. It was great. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. But the Pack X Podcast is back with you because there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. Basically, you know, not to sit here and toot my own fucking horn, but, you know, some bullshit that the Pack X Podcast was speaking about and doing episodes on a year ago has come true. So, epic times, people. This is a very interesting time to be living in. Of course, on that, what's crossing all podcast platforms out there is the big topic of the year, which is the Epstein
Scandal,
I guess, murder, whatever, suicide, it's the whole thing, whatever they're going to call it. This is history, folks. Really.
Pedopalooza.
Yeah.
I guess that's what... Yeah. Pedopalooza 2019.
Pedopalooza. Yeah.
Pedo Fest.
You know, however, it's not a fun thing to talk about, and it's very hard to add humor to it.
Right.
You know, so that's something, you know, as more details come out, you know, Pack X Podcast will be here to throw some truth bombs out there, but as of right now, folks, fuck that shit. That's some negative, weird shit. But, you know, told you so.
It's dark. For sure. It's, you know, it's a touchy subject. It's hard to put humor on.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I think it's so funny. It's, well, you know, the only thing that is awesome with this entire situation.
Go on.
And there is something that's awesome. The only thing that's awesome is that he got fucking caught.
Yeah.
And that it became known. Mm-hmm. That's what's fucking awesome. And what's really awesome is basically a lot of people have been like, okay, conspiracy theorists, you were right.
Yeah.
Because this shit was being talked about forever ago, man. This is the shit Alex Jones was
they have
crazy over on the Joe Rogan experience. On the first appearance that Alex Jones had with Joe Rogan, the most watched podcast and listened to podcast in podcast history to this date, the one with Eddie Bravo, Alex Jones on Joe Rogan, the first one. And Alex Jones, you know, just going fucking crazy. And talking about a giant government pedophile ring. Mm-hmm. David Icke, the guy who talked about lizard people, okay? He was talking about a giant pedophile ring. And this giant pedophile ring in the government is supposedly full of a bunch of officials, and it's the way of blackmailing. It's sick and disgusting, and it actually goes a lot deeper. And in fact, the Pack X podcast has spoken about it a couple episodes ago. You can go to episode, during the break, I'll look at the number, but it was probably 4 or 5 episodes ago. So after the break, we'll come back and I'll tell you which episode that is, because John and I go pretty deep. We talk a lot about that stuff. But fuck that. We are here. We're in the Pacific Northwest. It is great times. It's fall. Fall is upon us. Summer is ending in 2019. Speaking of, we just saw a sick-ass thunder and lightning storm here in Puget Sound. It was fucking awesome. But Jake, how have you fucking been?
Pretty good. Been busy. Been trying to keep my composure. I'm actually doing a little sober September.
That's gay.
Yeah, I know. That's what everybody says. Literally.
It's sober October, asshole.
I know, but there's 31 days in October and there's only 30 in September. So no, I'm nothing happened. Just really trying to see if I can, you know, if I'm headstrong enough to do it. And I guess because, you know, I drink and smoke. pretty often.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to see if I can actually do it.
It's important to do, man.
Yeah.
Very important to do. For those of you out there who are frequent smokers / drinkers, no shame on you.
Crystal meth users.
Take a break. No, it was good, man, because you and I actually went kayaking, and normally that's something we'd get fucking loaded on.
Yeah.
We'd get baked, or we'd get fucking shit-faced drunk, and none of the above. We didn't even talk about it.
I haven't changed my life at all. I've been doing exactly what I've been doing, but I've been smoking weed every day for probably 10 years now.
Right.
And I just thought, let's just do all the things I love to do and not stoned. And it's not that big of a deal. I don't know why I would always think that being stoned just amplifies it, always makes it more fun.
Well, too much.
Which maybe it does.
Too much of anything is bad for you.
Exactly.
If you could just fucking
You know that, because you
yeah.
almost died from drinking too much water. Remember that?
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can...
That is true. Yeah, definitely. That was a funny... I guess, basically I was drinking a lot of water to pass a test, we will say, in high school. Mm-hmm. And...
Long time ago. And I went into the bathroom and projectiled out just pure water and passed out. Yeah, I think...
Next thing you know, I'm waking up in the nurse's office.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were out.
Yeah, he carried me.
I just remember hearing about it.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, Lloyd passed out in the bathroom. I was like, what? Oh, my God.
Over water. Over fucking water. What an asshole I am.
You're an asshole.
I am a piece of shit.
He is definitely an asshole because...
Take it easy, Jayk. No. You pull
this motherfucker.
You pull out a notepad. You're like, because...
No, I'm thinking about when we were kayaking, he just splashes me in the face with... I look to the left and there's an oar coming at me full of water.
No, it was good. We Kopachuked. Fuck. We paddled to Kopachuk and jumped off this tree into the water. It was pretty cool. Yeah, so
it's kind of the last hurrah of summer. Yeah, I would say
it definitely was. Definitely got on the kayak and got the yak in the yak into water.
Yeah, we went yakking.
Yeah, yakking.
We got yacked out of our minds.
We got yacked on the kayak. Yeah.
Yep. Well, how was your summer?
Well, this was good. Good episode. And thanks for tuning in.
I see you later.
Yeah. We'll talk to you next week. No, good times. No, man, summer's been fantastic. But there's been so much shit that has fucking happened this year. Jake, like off the top of your head, can you recap anything that's happened so far epic in 2019?
Like I said, I've been stoned for most of it, so not really. Yeah, I don't know. The Epstein thing. Everybody's been talking about that.
Yeah, dude. So, are you storming Area 51? Isn't that this month, September?
I want to watch. I want to go get like a Adirondack chair and some popcorn.
What the fuck is that? A what?
You know what it is. You would know what it is. You'd have to look at it. People know what it is. Okay. An Adirondack chair, like a lawn chair, basically. Okay.
You're calling it a what? An
Adirondack chair.
Adirondack chair.
Look it up.
That is such a fucking obnoxious word for a fucking chair. Oh, Adirondack. Yeah, I'm going to get my fucking Adirondack chair, sit down with a beer, and fucking jack off while I fucking talk shit about these fucking kids storming fucking Area 51.
Fucking millennials.
Yeah. Goddamn kids.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what started that. Well, it was a Facebook post. It was a joke. It was
some Bobby.
It was a joke.
Some Bobby with long hair and glasses.
No, it was a joke. I think some guy was like, yeah, let's do it. And then people got fucking serious about it.
This is what I was saying when it first was getting big. I was like, it's going to turn into a fucking festival where there's going to be a merchandise sold. It's going to be the nerd version of Burning Man.
But more violent, probably.
I don't think so.
I think they're gonna.
I think there's gonna be a couple Bobbies, of course.
There was like a quote where it was like, "They can't stop all of us," and I was like,
"That's the whole."
Yeah, they could.
That's the whole
definitely could.
No, dude, I don't think anything's gonna. I don't think someone's gonna die. I don't think one's gonna. No, I don't think so. Because I think honestly, dude, because if you really think what they're gonna do this, imagine, dude, there has to be at least 500.
500?
Like 500 Marines or something, or just a bunch of guys ready, pumped up to go tackle some fucking shithole pothead Bobby wearing a fucking alien shirt who thinks, like, in flip-flops, who thinks he's, or some fucking punk-ass carpet kid with, like, a Pokemon hat. Alright? These guys are gonna, like, tackle them and zip tie them. They don't need fucking weapon. You know, is there any guy who's logical enough to understand
You think they're going to tackle them?
Any guy who's logical enough to understand weaponry and possess all that stuff, I don't think is dumb enough to actually charge into there. And if they are, they might as well go do this anyways so we can get their asses fucking killed before they go do a mass shooting.
Right. No, you said they're going to tackle them?
Yeah, I think that'd be fuck, dude.
With bullets,
that'd be so funny, dude. Just imagine, like it'd be like watching a battle from like the Roman times.
Yeah,
but it's hippies versus like CIA fucking like meatheads, dude. Yeah, that'd be so funny. Just like 1,000 charging each other.
It would.
Of course, I'm not logically thinking.
No,
having fun with it.
This is honestly,
but on an honest level, I don't think anything is going to happen.
I honestly picture, if it did happen, a bunch of hippies, if you will, storming the gates and just
goddamn hippies,
nonchalant Marines just staring at them and then just fire and then and just mowing them down. That's what I picture.
Do you really think that there's a percent of Americans who are willing to run into that base?
Definitely. Yes. Have you seen fucking Black Friday videos? I mean...
Black Friday?
Black Friday video, you know.
What's that?
Day after Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. There's that
But
level
those people aren't running after
No, they're running after stuff that's way less serious. So this is like something that actually probably means something. So they're going to be...
Well, you know, what I heard on the news, what they're like, yeah, that's funny because, you know, they're now sending us ideas of other things to storm. You know, like the big library in Rome and other shit. I'm like, no. Everyone else is saying storm the Vatican. That's what everyone's really saying. If we're going to storm something, storm the Vatican. Go see what's up in there. Those are the secrets to the world, because the 3 places that are tax exempt and basically not part of any government is the Vatican
City,
and then something in Rome. What is it?
No, that's Vatican City is
so Vatican City.
Well, it's not.
It's London. London, Vatican City, Washington D.C.
Yeah, London's tax exempt.
I don't know, like the citizens of it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about that.
I mean, Oregon.
But, well, I don't...
Yeah.
I don't really mean... that's not what I'm thriving on here is tax exempt. But, okay, there's a lot of other things that these 3 places have when it comes to power.
Right.
And, like, it's abnormal. They're not part... They have their own flag. They're not part of any government.
They're territories.
It's territories. Yeah. It's London. They write their own fucking rules. They do whatever the fuck they want.
Right.
Whatever the fuck they want. They are not. They're not subject to the area that resides in. So the Vatican City does not have to do anything Rome says. Right. And Washington D.C. does not have to do what the rest of the United States does.
For the most part. Yeah.
Or even whatever.
Have you ever been to D.C.?
In the airport.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a layover.
Be interesting.
It smelled terrible.
Be interesting to grow up.
It was very hot, and it smelled terrible. I've heard bad things. I've heard D.C. is ghetto.
No, I've heard it's pretty rough.
Yeah?
Like, yeah.
What we got? I want to go see.
I would go. I want to see all 50
I wonder if there's someone in D.C. like... listen. No, there's no one in D.C. listening to this shit.
Yeah, you never know.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Hit us up. Hit us up on the Twitter machine if you're in D.C.
Hey, speaking of... you can. I still have this fucking website up, and because we're back, we're ready to attack, and we're done with this 2-month break. That was well deserved, and was awesome. And anyways, but you can go to packxpodcast.com. That's PACX podcast.com. packxpodcast.com. That's where we are. I would like to give a massive shout out to all of you listeners because because the podcast has taken off. We are still averaging a ton of listeners per day, and I thank you.
Yeah,
so share us with your friends. Maybe not share us with your family. And let's have some good times.
Maybe don't play us in the car after soccer practice. That's probably not the best idea.
Yeah. Plenty of awesome times to come, though. But, dude, okay. So we both agree that Well, okay, I agree. So what? Okay, if you were to guess a number of people that are actually going to run into Area 51 and get fucking shot, what would be your number of people? I mean, of course, we don't wish ill upon anyone.
It's
but
hard to
if
say.
There's actual people that are like, I'm gonna fucking stop. Like, and if they are, I want to know if there's actually people that are going to do that, and if they die, I want to know, were they actually thinking legitimately, I'm going to get past this and see some aliens, or were they doing it out of anger? Were they doing it out of being dumb and drunk?
Yeah, I think there's all of that, actually. For sure. I think all three of those correlate. Maybe separately, maybe together, but for a number...
I don't think anyone with a weapon is going to get fucking close to Area 51.
No, dude, it's the fucking United States Army. It's a pretty good army, you know. But for an actual number...
a war country.
For an actual number, I heard it was like 1 million people said they were going on
That's Facebook, though. It's a click of a button.
I know. So I think it's less than that for sure. Probably even more than half of less than that. But like even 100,000 would be a lot of people. You know? So it might be less. It's just hard to say. I don't think it's more than that. 100,000 people rushing a gate would be crazy.
This is all. It's all fun and games. But could you imagine if actually like 1,000 fucking people got like killed?
1,000?
Yeah, like 1,000 people went like.
That'd be bad.
That would not turn. This would go from an epic moment in history.
Oh yeah,
that's what it would become. That'd be insane.
It'd make me sad. Whether those people are stupid as fuck or not, I don't want to really see anybody die. But
I wasn't as excited up until now until we've talked about it. You've kind of convinced me more so that there's actual people out there that are actually gonna think they could storm Area 51.
Dude, people do stupid shit all the time, and this is like in their minds. This is important to them. People do shit that's not so important to them.
I'm willing to die.
Yeah. America. No, that's...
I want to see me some fucking aliens.
Have you seen those memes of like...
There's no way, dude, that there's people
aliens.
that are actually gonna fucking do that. I don't think so. That's insane.
I do.
And they're not going to get close if they do.
No, I don't think they'll be successful is the thing. I just think there will be people there. And I think people will die because
I don't think that it's going to be like basically the United States government hiding in their bunker with their weapons out ready to shoot. I think they're going to be ahead of it. There's probably going to be police and all sorts of other people going to be like, yo, guns not allowed.
No, I think, and they
check
won't let them
ID.
get close.
If you're 21, there you go. Have a beer. And no guns allowed. That's probably what it's going to turn into. That's what they're going to try to enforce in the town that's like, I forgot how many miles away from Area 51, but the closest town.
Oh,
because those people I saw on video had some like council where they all got in a room and they were like, the sanitation, they're worried about toilets, people causing crime. So
they're probably loving it. They're probably seeing this as a marketing fucking phenomenon.
Well, you would think. I don't think this little ass town is looking at it that way.
They might.
Probably not, dude.
It'd be like Forks, Washington when Twilight came out.
Yeah, but
finally people know who we are.
But if you're living out there, you probably want to get the fuck away from society to begin with. So you really probably don't want.
No, yeah, those. I'm talking about the city people, who
pothead ass nerds.
Yeah,
showing up. Area 51, man. Well, dude, that's what. Okay, you were on the first. You were the first thing I recorded for this podcast.
When was that?
Over a year ago. It was over a year.
Feels like longer.
I started the podcast in April. So April is the 1 year
2018?
Yeah.
Wow, feels like before that, but okay.
Nope, it was in April. And so you and I recorded, and we talked about aliens. We talked about Philip J. Corso. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember all that.
Yeah.
I don't remember the Philip. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Philip J. Corso, the guy, the man, the dude. Yeah. Who was in charge of
I told you about shit
the Roswell
I saw.
crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you told me about shit you've seen. Well, that's even proof of my statement right now, which is what started the rabbit hole dive for me was space. Was UFOs. That's okay. So I started off becoming obsessed. I was just obsessed with space, right? Space was fucking cool. It's cool. Sweet. Right? Space games are coming out. You know, space. Yeah. Fucking space. The idea of space is so sick. Yeah. I straight up have like a 1,000-piece set in my room right now with little planets and stars that took me like 2 weeks to put up. And when I turn the lights off, it looks so fucking epic.
Whoa!
It's
the
sick.
glow stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
like an adult set
Oh,
it's sick.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that is cool.
It took me like 2 weeks to put up. They actually have these little planets, and you hang them around. And
are they real planets, or are they like Jupiter and Mars?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's the sun. You put the sun next.
That's sick.
You put the sun next to the light, so when you turn the lights off, the sun's the brightest thing. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool.
Dude!
I'll show you.
Yeah. I gotta see that.
So anyway, I've been like, I've had friends who've been like, "Are you 5?" I'm like, "Yeah," because I'm like,
"No, you know me.
You're into that shit. Yeah. You love that shit too."
Yeah.
So I got into space. Of course, then like, are there aliens? Right? And when you think about that, is there life out there, intelligent life that can change everything? Well, that can also make you think about the purpose of life. That's what led me into spirituality. Because I was 100% fully convinced that there was extraterrestrial life out there, intelligent life.
You were convinced?
I am now. Still, yeah, I'm convinced now.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. So the way I came back on it was that was the beginning of the rabbit hole trail for me. Mm-hmm. Well, once I started looking into that, which for like a year, then I became. The thing that I became more obsessed with other than UFOs and fucking aliens was secrecy itself. Because I thought, if this is really a secret, if they're really holding this back, who are those holding this back? Why are they doing this? That's epic. If there's actual fucking aliens like flying around, like looking at us and leaving, or if they've made contact with our government, why the fuck isn't life better? Or what the fuck is going on then?
Why are there telephone poles?
Right, all that shit. How come 30 miles a gallon is still good 10 years later?
Yeah.
Like, that's the shit I questioned. And that's when I took off with it, dude. Because then I started looking into secrecy itself. And once you start looking into that, then I looked at, I just, fucking spiraled out of control from there, dude. And the end of the rabbit hole. If I'm in the end, which I think I am.
Okay.
I think I am. And the end of the rabbit hole is, well, first of all, we don't know shit. I've learned that, you know what? I'm not a flat earther.
Oh.
But at the end of the day, it could be fucking flat. And we wouldn't know. At the end of the fucking day. At the end of it could. I don't think it is at all. I think space and all that stuff that we know of is that's the way it is.
Okay.
That's what I think. But I am not. I've learned to not be stubborn, and I've learned that in reality we have no fucking clue what we're doing here or what the fuck's going on or who's in charge.
Yeah.
And it all came down to the end of the rabbit hole. The dark, deep side is there's an evil force on this planet running shit, and there's a lot of history behind our existence in the planet that is being hidden from us, and anything is possible. We could have began our existence 6,000 years ago. The Earth could be 6,000 years old.
Yes,
we could have began our existence 500 years ago
after Jesus or something.
2,000
years ago.
Really. Like if you think with this technology age that we're currently in right now,
we just take what historians say and we take it for we hope that. There's somewhat truth in
history
it.
Is written by the victor. History is written by the victor.
Dude, yeah.
Out in China, or not China, but specifically, but more so Asia. Dude, an emperor would say, "I don't like I'm the beginning of time."
I know.
And
that's
would he erase?
Up, man.
I mean, think about the library in Rome that was burned. That had so much that basically had the
I don't know
times.
about that really. I might have heard of it. Explain that to me.
I don't know too much off the top of my head.
Cliff Notes version, maybe?
I don't even have that much for you on that one.
All right. I'll look it up later.
It's been a while, man. But there's even people who think that the Industrial Revolution was the beginning of our existence. There's people who think that is where it started. And
200 years ago?
Yeah. I went down that rabbit hole, and the only thing that, again, just like Flat Earth,
that would be wild.
That doesn't make me say absolute no to it, like put a stamp on it and say it's not possible. I believe anything can be possible, man. But the only thing that makes me say that that's not impossible is, okay, for the people who we would know, say our great-grandparents.
Right. Yes.
We know that they exist.
And my great-grandparents were born in 1911.
So if we know they exist, they know their great-grandparents existed. That's as far technically as it can go.
I think about photographs though too.
It can be made up. That can be faked.
Oh, that's so
anything, dude. In this technological age we're in, for us just think about it, right? It's fun to think about. I don't think it's true, but it's fun.
What
it's
helps
fun.
me believe
it's fun.
I do have this is actually kind of cool. My family owns a rocking chair from my great grandfather. Might be messing up.
My great granddad.
It was made in the 1870s, and the way it's made, it's like beautifully beautifully stylized. There'd be no way that a person who was a being that was just created came up with that art style and the craftsmanship on it. So that helps me. I mean, I've never even heard this theory up until now.
Well, I mean, it's far-fetched, but
that's a wild one.
But I mean, look at the Okay, look at the movie The Matrix.
Okay.
Anything's possible, dude.
Yeah.
Anything is like that could be it too. We could be living in a
simulation.
Simulation theory.
Elon
what
Musk,
do you think about simulation theory?
Well, Elon Musk is like very into that theory too, and he's a pretty smart dude. So but I think a lot of those geniuses, they're not on the same level as a normal person, so they might have a little bit of a weirdness about them, but. I don't try to rule out anything. I try to take everything with a grain of salt.
Right.
I try to digest it the best I can for myself. Yeah. Try to, what would be actually logical? What are they trying to tell me? What do I see? What do I know?
Well, yeah, Elon Musk rolls with the simulation theory because he's a guy of math and science. There's the people who do say that, and even like Bill Gates. He rolls with that too, and a lot of other very credible, geniuses of our time.
Very smart people.
Very smart
incredible
people say that. They say that is what is, but they also look at everything. Okay, they also can identify the world with binary code, which essentially that's what reality is, because reality is all vibrations. There's a quote by Alan Watts. I quote Alan Watts on this podcast all the time. Alan Watts is the fucking man. He quotes and says, the reason why you can't put your finger through a rock is because it's moving too fast.
Ooh.
So when you look at it, if you have a blade, like on a saw that's spinning, and you have it in a workshop, and you have the lights off with a strobe light on, the blade will seem as if it's not moving.
Yeah.
Because everything...
Or like a wheel on a tire.
Right. Because everything in life is pulsation. That's what life is. Life is about tension and release. Life is you're there, and then you're not. A candle is lit, and then it's not. And what life is basically what life is to us is a flash of consciousness between two eternal darknesses.
Okay.
And that's quoted by Alan Watts.
Yeah.
Life to us is a flash of consciousness between two eternal darknesses. Right? That's what we think it is. Right? And that's what it is to us. Everything else is...
I get it now. Okay, I had to think about that for a second. I was like, okay, you're saying beginning and end of time.
I'll re-say it again. Okay, yeah.
No, I got you now.
A flash of I'll say it for the folks.
Okay.
Life is a flash of consciousness.
Yes.
So life between two eternal darknesses, because
beginning and end of time.
Because think about ask yourself this question: what was life like before you were born?
No,
you don't know. Some people say. You know what death is like? Death is like, think about before you were born. I think that's bullshit. I think it's a stupid thing to say, that death is like how it was before you were born, because you think about this. Do you not have experiences in your sleep? You have them every single night. Mm-hmm. So you'll have a dream that will feel like a month. That will feel like a year.
That's
right?
wild.
And you wake up from it, and guess what? You don't remember those dreams to this day. Maybe some of them. But there's ones that you don't.
Some of them I felt like I lived a week.
So already...
Then I woke up and I was like, whoa.
Right, exactly, man. I've had them too. So already in this existence that we're in, we know for a fact that you can have an experience that, just like consciousness, powerful, full of emotions, all the above, an experience, and not remember it or be aware of it. We know that because of dreams. Mm-hmm. Right, we could have had insane dreams that we have no clue about right now.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
You mean me and you have exact dreams?
So to say that because no one remembers what happened before they were born means that nothing happened is bullshit.
Yeah.
That's like saying you only dream, the ones you remember are the only dreams that you've had. That's like saying that. When you actually dream every night. You dream every night. So if someone was to say, though, no, you only dream is dreams you have, you will remember.
Okay.
That if someone was saying that, that's the equivalent of saying that what happens after death is the exact same thing of what it was like for you before you were born.
Right.
They're saying that person is saying the same thing. Mm-hmm. Do you get me? Got it?
Oh, yeah. It
right.
took me a second.
All right, yeah. I hope I navigated everyone.
No, that was good. I had to think about I almost wasn't going to say anything, so I was like, I have no fucking idea what he's talking about. So I'm just going to nod my head and say yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, lots of crazy stuff, man. So that led me to be down the spiritual rabbit hole, and I just became obsessed with the secrecy. And you know what I realized is that there's bad people in control of this life, and I think there's a lot of pedophilia involved.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with consuming energy. I think The Matrix is a very the movie is pretty. A sign. Just think about it. Humans are a battery in that movie. What if our love or our consciousness is valuable to something?
Something to think about.
We could be a farm, you know.
Oh gosh, that is disgusting to think about. But yeah.
Yeah, in some way. Yeah.
I hope not.
Well, we're at that point. We're at that time. It is time for a break.
Intermission. Go potty.
Intermission. This is the Pacific Experience Podcast. Check us out at packxpodcast.com. And stay tuned because we're going to be back right after the break. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is episode 41, by the way.
Sure about that?
Yep, we'll be right back. This is episode 41, the Pack X Podcast. We are back from a wonderful break, and we're here with you, and you are with us. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I'm Lloyd.
Jayk,
that's Jayk. And we're here to have a good time up here in the Pacific Northwest. It's September. Let's go. So, dude.
What?
Yeah. So,
you were going to look something up.
Yeah. What was it? I was going to look
something about podcasts, and I mentioned Twitter.
Oh, yeah. No, I have a... Yeah, I will check that. I'll check that. I'll get there. Yeah, dude, what was it that we were just talking about? Not on the podcast, but during the break, we were talking about...
I was talking about how girls bring up makeup.
Oh, yeah!
makeup to... Pack their makeup up to... well, go ahead.
Yeah, so, all right. Everyone, all right, 5G, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's
what we're talking about, 5G. So 5G is not... The conspiracy behind 5G is not the fucking... Okay. Oh, I'm in the zone.
I
know. All right, that's enough. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, 5G is not... Listen, people, the health concern, that is not the issue. That's not what we need to be worried about.
Have you talked about this before?
That is a distraction... Yes, briefly. Not the 5G thing so much. But that is a distraction from the truth. And the truth is surveillance. Okay? Mm-hmm. Jayk and I were discussing
the fires of California.
I brought up Agenda 21.
Yeah.
Okay?
Which I know nothing about.
21 is... You can look it up online. It's not even a conspiracy. Look up Agenda 21. In fact, if you want to know the best way to consume Agenda 21 is through David Icke's presentation. So David Icke, Agenda 21. Look it up on YouTube. Great hour, I think, maybe 2, actually, 2-hour presentation. slides and everything. He knocks it out of the park, and he's in front of a lot of people. Anyways, so agenda, and you can look it up online on the government. The government is very open about Agenda 21, actually. But here's the thing: is what all the truth, the bad stuff about what's happening is hidden. It's hiding behind truth, hiding in disguise behind things. So 5G, people are concerned about the health. Look, the health is not the issue with it. The issue is surveillance. Mm-hmm. That's the issue behind it. And look, and it very well could have an impact on health. It could be two birds knocked with one stone.
Get two birds stoned at once.
Right. And so my question as a citizen of the United States where 5G is going in is, do we really need shit to be faster?
No, but it's a business, and I understand.
Fuck that, dude. Like, we don't need shit to be faster. If you're if you don't have service,
I don't.
Right. I know you don't,
but they won't make money if they don't improve on anything.
Look, humanity deal
the ever-vesting day.
If you're out of if your service isn't fast enough, deal with it.
Yeah.
Humanity. We don't you don't need
No, but we're Americans, we don't want to deal with it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, but I need to ask fucking Google how to get my ass out of a fucking trail and tell Siri to take a selfie of my fucking yoga pants put it on fucking Instagram when I'm hiking the goddamn trails of the Great Pacific Northwest. We don't need this shit. People, fuck 5G. We don't need it. We don't need it.
I definitely used my phone to get off a trail the other day. I did a really intense hike, actually, about a month ago.
I've used my phone to get off a trail.
One of the hardest hikes in Washington State.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Mailbox
Peak. This is the Pack X
This
podcast.
is a little bit of a segue. I know
that
we went from serious to this, but just really quick. Yeah, Mailbox
Yeah,
Peak.
guys, but I basically...
You can look it up. Basically, they say if you can run or jog up... Mailbox Peak. So,
Veronica and I are going to try this new thing called yogging.
I think it's jogging.
Apparently, you just run for a period of time.
But apparently, yeah, if you can do that, if you can jog up and down it, you can climb Mount Rainier. And I don't fucking know how you could run up that shit, but because it was pretty tough.
Did you like Tom Hanks your ass out of there?
What do you mean?
Like Castaway?
How? I didn't get lost.
Oh,
but. Me and Kelsey did it, my sister, and I was really proud of her. It's a tough hike, dude. Like,
how many miles?
It's 9...
1.5.
Yeah. Okay, it's 9 miles, I think, round the whole way. Nice. But it's 5 one way, but it's like 5,000 elevation gain.
Oh,
so
sweet.
it's like
that's epic. Cool.
Straight the fuck up, and like the last mile is like all rocks. They have to like.
You said
up.
Hardest in Washington State.
I said one of.
Okay.
The hardest, like. Where you don't have to
wouldn't that be like
where you don't need where you don't need equipment is what I should say.
Okay.
Without equipment, it is one of the toughest because it's so.
I'm imagining you with like a beard and and like living off the land for a week.
I've been here for 35 years.
I've been here for 35 years.
But I was really proud of Kelsey because she's not a total city girl, but she but she doesn't she's always game for stuff like that, and it was fun. We brought her 10-month-old dog too, which that shot I'm like looking at that dog like, God, you're 10 months old climbing a freaking mountain. It's insane.
Yeah, my wife is down with that stuff.
Yeah,
so it made me fall in love with her. Now we have kids, and it's a whole entire different story.
Once they get older, they'll be ready.
Right. Yeah, totally. And
you got Jazz to for now.
Run around and go fucking crazy and not bring our phones because we don't need fucking 5G.
Yeah.
Segue back.
Oh yeah, segue back. Sorry.
No, man, I'm just I'm absolutely bamboozled.
I know
That's the truth.
I'm always happy with what I got, and I'm just saying I understand for business, but what you're saying, like surveillance, all that stuff, I don't deny
We don't
it.
fucking need, and like, dude, that's what I was saying about the fires. Okay, the fires, folks, all these fires happening, okay? The Agenda 21 is meant to push, reason why I brought it up earlier during the break was because we were discussing something about something about living life without... Oh, the way to defeat the system would just be to not use your bank account, not have a bank account, don't join the military, try to live by yourself, don't live off the land, don't have a phone, all that shit, right?
Don't pay taxes.
Yeah, whatever. However, how the best that you possibly can. People are going to have to some people are going to have electricity, plumbing. Still, you know what I mean? Like whatever. You figure your shit out, but try not to submit to Amazon, having a bank, the whole the whole technology thing. And because here's the thing, where their power comes from with this is us using it. If we all, as Maxwell Egan, who's written tons of books, follow him on YouTube, Crow House, fucking great. Max Egan said, look, we could beat the system in 1 day if everyone just said no. If everyone said no.
Yeah.
He said, I just want to go to the top of a mountain and scream, stop! We'd win. Life would improve.
You think it would improve?
I think it would. I think it's fascinating to think about.
And
people think I'm fucking. No, money needs. People like argue me back on it. And again,
can I argue with it?
Of course. Okay. But let me finish this. Me being me, I like to have fun with it.
Yeah,
I'm dramatic. I have fun with the thoughts of it. It's. I think it's just. That's all I can say is that is that it's fun. But whether that worked or not. Okay. If everyone said no, though, to the system, right? That's the whole point. What's happening, okay? Agenda 21 is designed to prevent us from being able to say no to the system in the future.
Rely on
right now, we can. We're still in that mode where you can be like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
And go off in the woods and be fucking
Well, there are
good.
people like that still.
Tons of them.
And I try to not rely on stuff either. I hardly shop on Amazon,
Hardly. Don't do it at all, dude. I don't do it.
I barely do. I might order one thing a year. Okay. If that.
Well,
I'm not kidding.
Well, so, even then, so people living off the land, right?
I just got a credit card, and that's because I lost my debit card and I was screwed. And there you go.
There you go. There you go. And all they have to do at this point, dude, all they have to do is pull the plug, and you're fucked. You can't eat money. You can't burn it.
Yeah.
You look at your house. If the fucking plug was pulled, if there was no internet, it's some internet California way. No, if there was if there was no internet and just any virtual currency disappeared. Right?
Yeah.
The fuck would happen? People would... Right. So it's getting there, but there's still people who wouldn't be fucked if that happened.
Yeah.
Thousands of them, right?
I don't know
Maybe
if I would be fucked.
So, well...
It would be a 50-50. I would either live or not.
Right.
I don't think I would be totally screwed, but I might not make it.
Make it 2 weeks, and you're like, I want a fucking Big Mac! I want to charge my cell phone! I want to go on Instagram! I'm sick of this shit!
I miss my car.
Yeah, all the above. Yeah. I've washed my clothes in a fucking pond a mile away.
Yeah.
Sick of this.
I'm
concerned if it's going to rain soon.
There's a podcast I listen to. There's once in a while they bring this up, but showers are amazing. That's dude. I think about how lucky we are to have showers when I take shower. Fucking fountain that shoots hot water out into your wall. That didn't happen 100 years ago.
Yeah,
that was not a thing. That wasn't even a thing really 50 years ago.
Right.
My mom said she took baths once every 3 days.
Yeah.
And that was a normal thing in the 60s.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. It wasn't
showers are amazing.
There were probably showers. It just wasn't as free. Now it's every day I come home, take a shower.
Yep.
Totally. And I don't take it for granted, but there are definitely people who've never thought about it, and not saying they're assholes, you never thought about it.
But that's where we're heading, and that's...
Yeah, desensitized.
Yes.
Desensitized.
All the above, dude. Yeah. That's Agenda 21. Yeah. Agenda 21 moved... Okay, the fires happened. Remember there was a conspiracy that was started by the government, the fires in California?
Mm-hmm. I was there last year when they were going on.
Really?
Oh, it was wild. I was landing in...
You saw fires? The fires?
Dude, it was... I didn't even know it was the first day of them, so I didn't know what was going on. I was looking out and I was landing...
So sad,
landing into John Wayne Airport in L.A., Anaheim, and looked out the window, and I thought a fucking bomb went off. My heart rate started going up, because I didn't know... Nobody knew. We were just looking out the window, and you see this billowing smoke going over the highlands of L.A., and I was like, what the fuck? And then, hour, 2 hours later, we get to the hotel and we turn on the news and it's full-blown wildfires. And the weird thing is it never really went into LA, at least while we were there. It all blew north. Yeah. So, like, LA was clear, but you look up on the hillside and it looked like hell. You know?
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these fires happen, and they happen right outside these main, as David Icke has explained on Agenda 21, these fires are happening outside these main sections. And David Icke actually uses the books, The Hunger Games, to relate to Agenda 21. He says the sectors, right? They're blocked off. They're blocked in these sectors.
In the first movie. I never
so the movies don't explain really everything that goes down.
I saw the first movie.
The books do. Right.
But I know kind
So what happens is if you leave the section out into all the rest of the land, you'll be fucking killed.
Kind of reminds me of The Giver, too. You ever read that book?
No. What's it called?
They didn't make you read that in elementary school?
What's it called?
The Giver. You might like it. I remember everybody hated it in school. They're like, oh, we had, because maybe it's because we had to read it when we were kids. I actually enjoyed it. It was about this kid who, everything's in black and white in this kind of Hunger Games situation. So everybody sees black and white, but there's this, like, old man who, like, holds all the memories of the world, and he's about to retire or whatever, die, so they have to have a new giver, and, like, so he has to...
Epic.
Dude, just read it. You might like it. Some people might think... Yeah, we had to read it, like, 3 times in elementary school, like, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, and I remember people were always complaining. I was like, I actually like this book. You know, it's like, unpopular opinion.
I think it's pretty cute.
It's kind of sweet. But he goes off into the land, like in no man's land, like scared, like thinking he's gonna die, because that's all they told him. Like, you'll die if you go out there. And it was full of color and beautiful, you know. So it was like, just read you should read it. I think you might like it, or you'll hate it.
Well, exactly, man. That's exactly what it is, though. And so there's these sectors, right? So of course you look at it. You have Seattle, Portland, L.A.
Oh yeah, all by water.
San Francisco.
I've noticed that.
Right, San Francisco. San Diego. Right, that's the West Coast. That's at least the West Coast line, right? And mind you, there's only two. There's only 2 in Washington and Oregon. Oregon, Seattle. Okay, and it's not just Oregon, it's Portland and Seattle.
Tacoma, kind of.
Well, that's part of it. That's all one section.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's
close.
all
Seattle,
one.
Tacoma,
Puget Sound, dude. SeaTac, right? That's all one section. You have SeaTac, then you have Portland. Okay, and everything surrounding it.
And then these fires, Portland and San Francisco is like almost nothing.
But these fires that have happened outside, and they've happened several times, right on the outside of them. So you have right? You have the forest in Wenatchee, or the fires in Wenatchee, the fires in Oregon, the fires in California, and so what happens is when these fires massive one. Dude.
I've been in Lake Chelan when they've been going on. I didn't know it was a recent one.
Well, I'll even tell you about there
were so many I couldn't keep up last year.
But then guess what? You know what happens right after these fires? The ones in California. Guess what they put up?
Cameras.
Yeah. Cameras for our air quotes safety. For our safety. It's because of surveillance. There's a giant mission agenda called Agenda fucking 21, and it's to move everyone into condensed areas, and it's to put in 5G and surveil the fuck out of everyone. You have the social credit score in China, dude. Mm-hmm.
Look at places like Montana, too. Like, that are just massive. And there's, like, nobody around.
Well, and even these places, so if you drive from basically Seattle...
one area code for the whole state.
Right. If you drive from Seattle to Spokane, right?
Yeah.
Basically, okay, the way that they're doing it is they put in the highway, right? And what they're removing from the highway, they're taking out exits out of the highway, okay? And on these exits on the highway as well, they have right near it, you're going to have your Burger King, your McDonald's, your fucking Starbucks, all this shit to take away everyone from living off the land with each other, villages, right? Yeah. Air quotes, villages, okay? So instead of that, instead of using, some local fruit stand, they're going to be going to the Safeway and the fucking Burger King and everything else as well.
Or instead of going hunting and picking berries and getting your own water from a stream.
Life, and to us, that life that I just said with the Burger King and the Safeway and all that is so normal. But for the existence of not only humanity, but even just Americans that are under 300 years old, that hasn't been normal up until very, very, very recently. Mm-hmm. And it's very scary because before that, what people ate, what people consumed, what people did was not surveilled, and it was fucking fresh.
It was all natural.
All natural.
Untouched.
Nothing is natural or untouched now. You know about the whole lead in the fucking water thing. That's part of Agenda 21 too.
Yeah.
Then don't even get me started on vaccinations, fucking flu shots and shit. It's free.
I've never had one.
It's free? Okay.
Have you had one?
Dude, the government being like, okay.
Yeah, what does the government ever want?
Fuck hunger.
Yeah.
Fuck the opioid crisis.
Yeah.
Fuck everything else, but we don't want you to get sick.
Yeah.
Here, they're free. They're handing, dude, they have pharmacies with quotas. Oh, just go to, dude, before you know it, you'll be able to go to your local gas station and get a fucking vaccine. Or vaccine. Get vaccinated. Get a fucking vaccine. My fucking
can I get
ass,
a number
dude.
2 flu shot vaccine?
Right. You'll be able to order this shit out of fucking McDonald's while you're just fucking stupid it out.
You know what I always like to think of,
Brain
too? And
dead
it's kind of
off your
stupid
fucking-
because it's a Disney movie, but you know WALL-E, the movie?
A great movie. I saw it in theaters 3 times.
Did you? Are you serious?
I'm
Are you dead serious?
I'm dead serious. I loved.
But
since I was a
movie has
kid,
some
I've
truth.
been a conspiracy theorist.
That movie, well, we were kind of adults when that came out. Young adult. Anyways, fuck it.
Teenager.
That's not what that movie actually hits a lot of really good points, you know. But that's kind of more, I think, with like AI taking over. But
yeah, I think that's the whole thing with AI taking over. Well, then people are all concerned about the population. Like, oh, the population, we're over. I do. When someone says we're overpopulated, I want to smack them in their fucking face.
In areas, like fucking
exactly.
Fife. I don't remember the last time I took that corner at 60 miles an hour. It must have been 5 years ago. God damn it! It sucks.
Totally. Even in Gig Harbor, what used to take 4 minutes
drive
takes
down the
20
road.
minutes now.
I never used to wait in traffic in Gig Harbor ever.
Yeah, totally. Well, we're
uptown.
not overpopulated on the planet.
Not on the planet,
dude. You go
just
fucking
in areas.
look.
We're condensed into one area, and I get that because cities bring jobs,
life,
and all that
makes life easier.
So I don't think that's a total conspiracy theory. I'm just trying.
No,
I'm giving my
all.
opinion.
That's the natural way.
Right. We
of
come together,
humanity.
and that's what I would love for humanity is to just fucking come together and stop caring about all the little things. It's the little things that really upset. Dude, me and my dad were talking about this at Anthony's last night. Actually, I brought up this 5G shit.
Did you?
Yeah, because he was all wondering about it. He's like, oh, we don't need that. And he was talking about it making people sick. And I was like, well, I was talking with Lloyd, and I kind of gave him your opinion. And he kind of was like, yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can see that.
Yep. So he agreed with it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think most people do. I think it's obvious, man. All the bad stuff, these bad, evil people controlling the world, all the conspiracies we talk about, how deep in the fucking rabbit hole we are. If you're listening to this podcast, you've listened in the past, you're in the rabbit hole, you're with us. I started this journey a year and a half ago.
Or
the red pill.
The red pill, my
Took
bad.
the red pill, can't go back, and, here we are. But the bad people who are doing this stuff, it is obvious. If you look at it, all you have to do is take off the glasses, okay? And the glasses are the glasses that have you in a trance state, okay? Like when people get hypnotized, and that's happening to you through fluoride in the water, with television, TV, these cell phones that are also the same. The people who designed these smartphones also designed the gambling machines in Vegas, okay, for addiction, to get you addicted to it. All right. So
where'd you hear that?
That's a fact. That's not conspiracy. You just look it up.
All right.
Top engineers. Oh, yeah. Going back from Microsoft to Apple.
People?
Oh, dude, yeah. These people also designed the things in... Oh, dude, Facebook. The designers of the Facebook engine designed hundreds
I get so much shit about not having a Facebook,
gambling machines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't have one. And I there's a bunch of reasons I don't have a Facebook. But people always say, like, what was it? One of our mutual friends, I won't put him on blast on here, but he's like, oh, you're just, hiding from something or something. And I was like, or hiding from life and opinions or something. And I was like, no, I'm not.
If you want to use the verb hiding, then that's little, that's bullshit. The verb wouldn't be hiding.
No.
But avoiding, yes.
Avoiding would be more accurate.
Yes.
Because it's fucking annoying.
It is. It's very
I had
annoying.
it for less than a year in 2016, and I deleted it the night of the election night because it was just, first of all, I thought it was just fucking stupid the whole time, and I was just posting like funny shit, whatever, it doesn't matter.
No one gives a fuck about your funny shit. They're focusing on the fucking...
And it's like the most fucked up people in the world giving inspirational quotes, and I'm like, you have like 3 kids with 3 different dudes, and you don't have a job, and you're telling me how to live my life, like, you know, it's just all this shit. It was just so annoying. But that an election night, when I saw people just going at each other's throats, like best friends, like that were divided, and I was like, fuck this shit, dude. And I delete later. Yeah. And I never look back. Yeah. You know. Yeah. And there you go.
Good on you. I tip my hat to you. Yeah. You're the one with the hat, not me. But I do tip my hat to you, good sir.
Is that rude? We're indoors.
I take my hat off indoors.
Do you really? Yeah. You're such a gentleman. You've always been.
Only one person ever has noticed it and said the same thing. They said, I take my hat off indoors too. I was like,
really?
Interesting.
Who was that?
It was someone I work with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 I'm a fucking millennial, so
fuck it. Well, no, dude. No, dude. I've seen old people and even fucking, 50, 60-year-olds wear hats indoors.
Millennials, I said something about millennials, like...
Dude, baby boomers are the fucking crybabies, man. They're the ones who are
that's
also...
That's what I always... Generation X never gets any shit. They're the ones that are somehow the cool group. It's everybody... Like, if you're like, oh,
everyone
you're just a millennial...
baby boomers
when you call somebody a millennial, you always mean it in a negative way.
Right.
Always. Like, and I said that, and they're like, oh, well, just millennial just means, like, your age group. I'm like, yeah, but it's roped in with, like, entitled and all this shit. Like, it's like, it's a definition now. Well, it's not just like a...
There's even someone on Facebook who's been pissing me off who tells me that I talks to me about white privilege. This is a white person too. It tells me that I have white privilege and that I've been...
Do I know this person?
I've been shielded.
Okay.
I've been shielded from the truth.
I think I know it might be.
I've been shielded from the truth and by white privilege, and also, and I'm like, I posted some shit that said, the problem are racists, not white people. Right? And I said the problem is greedy people, not whatever. It's just a whole fucking list of, look, just because there's a giant group of people that suck doesn't mean every person who has to be identified by that same group. Right. Involuntary.
You're no better than a Nazi.
That's the
that
same
mentality.
thing. Is that not the same thing as being racist? Is also accusing someone of being 100%. White for white privilege?
I've said that same thing a lot.
Isn't that the same fucking thing?
I've had that same thought.
By definition, of course, not by actual history and what's happened. Racism is very real, and there's so much history, insane fucking history behind it, and it's such a terrible, disgusting human behavior. Yeah. But and you can't compare. I'm not comparing race, from blacks to whites. But even then, I mean, isn't that the same thing though? Because I'm involuntary. I didn't choose to be white.
Yes.
And if I'm benefiting from it, does that make me bad by choice?
Right. Well,
what am I supposed to? If I'm standing in line and there's a black dude behind me, should I step out of line and be like, "You go first because you're black"?
Yeah.
What the fuck? He'd be like, "Fuck you, you fucking son of a bitch."
He'd probably hate you more.
Yeah, it's
like, what the fuck? Just because I'm black.
I don't know. I don't understand how I'm supposed to be and act to that though. So that's my question.
You're just supposed, dude. Just act the way.
That's my point.
You are.
Just like what's his name? Morgan Freeman says. As he's asked why he doesn't want a Black History Month. And the guy's like,
he doesn't?
He's like, you don't want a Black History Month? The guy's asking. And Morgan Freeman's like, no. And he's like, why not? And he's like, do you want a White History Month?
Yeah.
And the guy doesn't say anything. And he goes, that's my point.
Yeah.
And he goes, you know how we get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it.
Stop. That's exactly what he says. He says stop talking about it. Does he really? That's exactly what he said.
That. I've always said that too.
Just fucking ignore it.
Stop thinking about it.
There are racist people out there.
There are.
I've
met them.
But guess what? Yeah. They're dying off.
Yeah.
Fuck those people. Just everyone.
Just let them go and let them be. Let them be who they want.
Humanity.
What are they going to chastise them?
Hang tight. The racist fucks are dying. Yes. They're old. Let them go. They've done a ton of other impressive shit throughout their generations of everything. World War II, all sorts of crazy shit. Blah, 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 the 60s. But they're going away. Humanity, hang tight. You know what's happening? This is Agenda fucking 21. Mm-hmm. Racism is dying. They know that, and they're trying to keep it alive.
Racism is
They're trying to keep it alive.
Around, though, I will say.
Of course it's still around.
I remember thinking as a young kid, somebody...
Don't you think we can evolve from it 50 years?
I was like, racism's dead, because I never dealt with it.
Right.
And then I saw it, pretty recently, and I was like, oh, actually, yeah, racism is still around.
Yeah, and that's another thing, too.
Yeah.
Just because people don't see it or experience it within the area that they live doesn't mean it doesn't exist all over the planet.
Yeah, but those social justice warriors just want to fucking...
What I'm saying, man...
They're fighting it the wrong way. They have the right idea, but they're going about it the wrong way.
You're basically fighting fire with gasoline.
Exactly.
If you hate racism, stop fucking pointing fingers at anyone and stop talking about it. You're trying to put this fire out with gasoline. Look, if a fire is causing destruction to the creation, right, which is racism causing destruction to humanity, okay, it's burning out. The fire will fucking die. This oil that you're throwing on top of it that you think is putting it out is not. It's fucking igniting it even more.
This is the opinion of two white dudes.
Right. Exactly. Damn right. Two white dudes on the Pack X podcast.
I tell you what. What? I tell you what.
All right. That's enough.
That's not enough. Keep it fucking going, dude. Oh, that's good shit.
I tell you what.
Dude, just do one good one. Don't fucking loud one.
I tell you what.
All right. We're getting weird. We're getting crazy up in here.
Yep. Well, see you later. Big gulps, huh?
Yeah. Hey guys. Big gulps, huh? Oh, see you later. Did you hear about the fucking girl who was raised by monkeys?
No, I saw it. Yeah, I was wondering where you were getting with that.
Yeah, dude. There was this girl who was abducted, right? So when she was just a young lady, she was playing out in the fields.
This girl.
Yeah, right. Just a boy. A truck drove up, grabbed her and some other kids and threw her in the back. Right? She was chloroformed.
Oh shit!
Chloroform was covered on
How
her
old
face.
Was she?
Under 10.
Jesus Christ.
Well, she wakes up and she's in a fucking jungle, being carried by some fucking guys with guns, right? Over her shoulder. Well, some apes came up and started freaking out, and she got dropped to the ground. And she basically laid there while the apes chased off them, and the apes came up to her and poked at her and hung out with her for like 3 hours. Well, then they went with her. She basically she started following them. And they eventually showed her food to eat. They brought her to food. And this mom, giant mom one, took her over to a fresh spot to drink water. And then she drank the water. And then years later, she made it out. She got married. She's written a book about it.
Whoa.
Google it, dude.
Yeah, I got it.
It's a crazy story.
It's like Girl Tarzan.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. So this is the Pack X podcast. This is episode 41. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're ready to come back and attack on episode 42. And we're back. I keep saying that over and over again, but I mean it. We're back. We're going to be doing these episodes consistently. So much stuff to talk about. The world is a crazy fucking place and time to be living in right now.
it's really happy all the time and everything's fine.
Yeah, crazy, and I mean crazy in both good and bad ways. So, a lot going on out there. So stay tuned. Hit us up on packxpodcast.com. Please share us with your friends. Share us with your friends. That's the best way for this podcast to grow. And also check us out on YouTube. I have another video that I just released called If I Were the Devil. It's a speech by a radio broadcaster. It has some visuals on there. You can check it out, and lots more videos to come. I just got some new equipment, and I'm pretty excited about it. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Lloyd.
Peace. Jayk.
Yeah, you're Jayk. You got to say, this is Jayk. Check us out at packxpodcast.com. Thank you so much. We will see you next time.
Later.
Trickity.